first thing we're going to do with the inline numbering machine is print a one-color job to show the speed and efficiency of the machine. We'll start with the single digits and number 1 through 12 and 1 through 15. This will give you an idea of the speed involved to do a team set of numbers. We will start with number 1 and proceed to number 15. The shirt should be centered and pulled back behind the rolling wheels on the shirt board. The lineup guides are set for the numbers on the screens. There are 3 lineup guides. The right lineup guide is for the first digit, the left lineup guide is for the second digit. The middle lineup guide is used only for the single digit numbers or on the sport pack numbers. Number guides are adjustable and should be moved closer or farther from center depending on the size of the number and the distance desired between the numbers. Shirt boards are also adjustable, front to back, and they can be interchanged with sleeve boards or larger boards. The number size and placement will dictate the platen needed for the correct placement. We use an 86 mesh on our screen to ensure an excellent ink deposit on the garment. The screen we are printing with is an 8-inch number screen, but the screen also incorporates 2-inch and 3-inch numbers. Our 6-inch numbers also come with 4-inch numbers, thus utilizing the space on the screen and giving the customer more value for their dollar. We have many standard number styles, but we can generally customize any number style the printer needs. The inline machine will print 2-inch numbers all the way to 12-inch numbers by simply changing the screens in the machine. We are currently to the number 10. We will do the 11 and 12 to show the speed, and then we will continue on to the number 15. Most Little League teams will have no more than 12, so if you're doing 1 through 12, you've already finished. The time it took was 3 minutes and 25 seconds. This is a 15th shirt in the team series. We have done that in 4 minutes 23 seconds. To summarize what we just did, we printed 1 through 12 in 3 minutes 25 seconds. Calculating that out by how many minutes in an hour, you can print 212 shirts in that hour. We also printed 15 shirts and it took us 4 minutes and 23 seconds, totaling 209 shirts in that hour. The machine also has a 4-color attachment so the front logo and the numbers can be done on the same machine. To use the attachment, you just remove the top screen and bolt on the 3 arm attachments. This attachment will also enable you to print one color numbers and the sponsors or the individual names at the same time. To line up the shirt in the correct position, the spring-loaded plunger pin must be engaged to the proper location. To do individual names, make a straight line on the shirt board and move the screen after each name. To set up the two color screens, set the shirt roller in the middle of the machine and set the outline screen on the roller. Next, set the bracket 6.5 inches from the back of the screen. On screens with different size numbers, the extra set will need to be taped off. Use a tape that releases easily. Do not tape the underside of the screen, and do not use masking tape. Print an outline of the number 2. Then slide down and print the outline of the number 0. These must be in a straight line or you need to adjust the brackets. Once they are straight, that screen is set. Now set the solid to the outline 0. And look through the 9 to line up the 2. Snug the screen down and check the 2 again. You may need to adjust the solid screen 1/4 of an inch to 1/8 of an inch. Now you are set to print. Either the outline or the inside of the number can be printed first, depending on the printer's preference or the ink colors to be used. Porthole jerseys should always have the outline printed first. We will now print some random numbers. To print a number 10, the right lineup guide needs to go underneath the center of the 1. When we go back and print the 0, we will slide it under the 0 and the left lineup guide will just go left of center underneath the mark 10. That's the only time we will use that mark, and we will only use it when we're doing the number 10. This will compensate for the size of the number 1 being smaller than the rest of the numbers. To print the number 48, the right lineup guide will go under the center of the number 4. After that is completed, you will slide the shirt down and put the left lineup guide underneath the center of the 8, completing the number 48. To print a number 5, we're only going to use the middle lineup guide. We're going to set the middle lineup guide under the center of the 5 and print the number 5. To print the number 11, the right lineup guide cannot go in the middle and must be placed a little more to the right underneath the right number 11 guide. The left lineup will need to be moved to the left lineup guide for the number 11, thus moving both ones closer together. To prevent ghost images and ink residue from the previous numbers, the off contact must be set properly. The off contact on the rolling screen is set by turning the roller knobs next to the nylon wheels. The stationary screen has off contact adjustments on each side of the machine by the shocks. The proper off contact should be between 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch. The off contact is set at the factory, however minor adjustments may need to be made due to shipping or due to the type of garment being printed. The off contact should not have to be changed from order to order. There is also 2 metal shims between the roller and the shirt board. These shims can be removed for thicker garments or to utilize our jacket hold down boards. Cleanup should be done at the press. Since this is a permanent screen, the printer needs to use cleaning agents that do not harm the screen. We do not suggest abrasive cleaners nor cleaners dilutable with water. Do not use screen opener for any reason. We will use xylene for cleanup with good absorbent paper towels. The xylene can be purchased from a local paint store such as Sherwin-Williams. However, xylene is a petroleum product, so it must be disposed of properly. We have found xylene to clean red inks and gold inks better than any other cleaner. With xylene and absorbent paper towels, the screen can be cleaned in 3 to 5 minutes using 3 to 5 paper towels. The inline flash enables the printer to flash the numbers 1 digit at a time. This eliminates errors while speeding up the printing process. The flash is a bolt-on attachment, so it may be purchased separately. The heat gun provides an alternate way to flash the numbers. We feel this is the fastest and most efficient numbering machine available. When we ask our customers what they like best about the Inline numbering machine, 75% respond with,
"It's so easy to use."
Give us a call and decrease your turnaround time while increasing your profits.